Hello and welcome back to Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. I am Phill of the HOLOPROJECTORS, and today we're going to start off by going over here because I believe that there is another gold sculpture that I actually missed at the end of the last stream. So we're going to stand here so things don't kill us, and then we'll make it night again. So we ended last time with the gold sculpture token. Oh, there he is. Whether we'll be able to do it without getting attacked is a different question. Yeah, we got the gold sculpture that was the other side. Oh, a key. We need it, we need it, we need it. Oh my god. Right. Can we get this? Hey, that's another fire temple key. That's a really good start. Because we've got most of our way through the fire temple now. Anyway, let's stop getting injured here, because the first thing we're going to do, well, the second thing I guess, is we're going to head into the Spirit Temple's front door, which is actually the Forest Temple. So in the last stream, at the beginning, I wasn't convinced that the Spirit Temple was included in the randomizer, because I was watching Attacking Toucans and he didn't seem to think it would be. But it turns out it is. I believe there is a gold sculpture to get in this room. Possibly up by that door. Yeah, we want to be trying to clear stuff like that as we go through, because we've got Shopsanity On, as you would have seen, by the fact we got a key from that gold sculpture. So we don't want to let any sculpture go unkilled, because it might have something important. Like? That's not important. Yeah, let's go through this key door over here. I think 4 keys is enough to get us a decent way through, and there's some chests we can pick up. We've also got our bow, so we'll have no trouble taking out the ghosts as we encounter them. What we are looking for, though, what we've still got outstanding, so I'm just going to list off some of the things which we still need to find, is we still need our boomerang, which would allow us to go and beat Jabu Jabu's belly as a kid. We still need the silver scale, which, although we need it less now because we have made our way into Lord Jabu Jabu, it would just allow us to use some more shortcuts. We need... Well, I don't have all my Ocarina ticked off. There we go. We could do with the light arrows to beat the game. But actually, we're filling up our little pad quite nicely. So really this stream, and I expect this stream and next stream, will be more about ticking stuff off dungeon-wise. So I'm hoping we'll get at least one dungeon completely done today. It might not be this one if we don't find the rest of the keys. But we've got a few that we can explore now. We found, basically, we did find everything last time. Which was really, really good. So in terms of locations, we've got the Ice Cavern. Oh no, that's the only mystery left. Is we need to go to where the actual Ice Cavern is. Am I even paying attention? Okay. Yeah, we need to go into the Ice Cavern, because the Ice Cavern is either the Water Temple or it's Gerudo Training Grounds. We actually have a lot of keys for Gerudo Training Grounds. So it may not be the worst thing in the world if it is actually that. But if it's Water Temple, we have 4 Water Temple keys. So we are reaching the point where there is a lot of stuff we could do. I didn't do a stream last week because I was quite tired, and I found I need quite a lot of energy to stream for kind of this kind of time. This place hasn't given us anything good so far, but we'll persevere. We do have 1 key item turned on, as much as I've doubted what it counts as a key item sometimes. Oh no, I think I'm being dumb. This is like the vanilla puzzle, and I'm still getting confused. It must have been a while since I've played even regular Ocarina of Time then, actually. I'm getting confused by such simple stuff. There we are. I beat a simple puzzle. I'm doing well today. Oh, we could do with the seeing what the blue tunic is as well. Although, if we're following the trend so far, it's going to be a very faded blue. Oh, there's no benefit to killing these guys. Just let them be. Just let them beat me up a bit first. But yeah, last week really felt like the pass of that halfway point. Or, you know, that critical point where you know where the majority of stuff is. It's just a case of ticking it off. So, we are going to use this momentum to finish off this seed. Probably next week. But this week, we're going to get everything ready. I hope. I hope it doesn't go beyond that. 2 3-hour streams should be enough. I never knew about this trick as a kid. That was... Alright, I'm starting to see how I can do those quite quickly. Well, that's our 50th Sculpture token, I guess. So we can also go this stream and see what the 50 reward is. So actually our first 2 rewards from the Sculpture House was another Sculpture. But actually the last 2 came in pretty good, and we got... One of them was a song, and I think one of them was an upgrade. So they did end up coming in pretty useful. I'm hoping 50 is worth it. For now, since we've still got keys, we might as well just continue going this way. Because obviously there's a bit back there where you can bend the path and unbend it. We must only be missing about 1 key anyway, which we might find in here. And in terms of beating the boss, we've got the bow. It would be really good if we could do this in one, rather than have to come back. But, you know, that's what you do when you set your randomizer for Keysanity. Is you kind of do half and then come back. Now, is this where they come back if you don't come soon enough? Usually is when the remains don't really disappear, but we don't have to find out. Alright. Something good. Better than a single Deku stick as we got earlier. Come on. God damn it. It's even worse. Now, if you go too close to these, they do move. But I'm not finding that, unless there was something that just the later versions did, or the Ocarina one, 3DS version did. But I seem to remember if you try and go up and do it point blank range, the ghost just, you know, buggers off to a different picture. Come on. Keep it going. That was what I was trying to do earlier. Because, to be honest, the actual battles of the ghosts, with the exception of the last one, are pretty similar. And because we've already got a bunch of keys, these will all be just, hopefully, good items. Well, that's not as bad as a single recovery heart, but it's still not amazing, is it? Right. But we're clearing this temple pretty quickly, actually. I mean, we've got plenty to do all of a sudden. First few streams, I was always a bit... You know, I meticulously planned out a route to try and cover the most checks as possible. But this time I just know I'm going to go hit a few of the major places, and that's fine. So that's our last key. Is this a locked door as well? I'm feeling it might be. This might be the end of our adventure for now. Yes, it is. Okay, so you have to go through that... So the twisty corridors, there are eye switches that you have to hit with your bow and arrow. And the one for this one is through there. But we can go and do the one that's back here. And behold, the magic revolving corridor. And that's another thing they sped up in this game, in the randomizer. So that animation usually takes a while, but that was, what, a second? Before I had longer to drink my tea. But now we've got the boss chest. This usually has the boss key in it. Darn it. Past 50 sculptures you don't really want anymore, to be honest, so... That's a bit of a waste. Oh, there he is. Thought he doesn't go invisible, does he? Oh, something we could do, talking about going invisible, is we could get the Lens of Truth. That would make the Shadow Temple a lot easier. this way I want to go now? Yeah, there we go. There's another chest in here, killing this guy. And maybe not getting punched? Maybe not getting punched twice? You just need to make sure not to get strangled by these guys, because if they steal your life energy, then they'll grow back to full size. Now, come on, we need a... We've not had a single good item. Like, we don't really need that many more hearts, so the heart piece was... The heart container was nice, but not essential. Give us something good. My tracker won't even go up to that. Is that something they added for the... Randomizer, maybe? Or maybe my track is just out of date. Either way, I hope that doesn't count as my major item here. Oh, whoops. Lucky we have the long shot. Otherwise, I think we may have just stopped ourselves from being able to get another thing we don't need. So, what news has been announced since 2 weeks ago? It's actually been quite a bit if we don't restrict ourselves to just Nintendo news, because Nintendo didn't have one of their kind of their showcase events, their partner ones, and I didn't actually even watch this one. Not that I don't obviously support third parties and all that, but I just saw all the announcements and none of them really grabbed me. Usually I'll still watch for the spectacle, but given that at the moment they're not very... They're either like 10 minutes and they're 2 games, or this one was like Monster Hunter, which I've never really been into Monster Hunter very much. God darn. So I've not really been too interested. There's also been like the PS5 event. I think there's been like well, Xbox and PS5, PlayStation have both unveiled their release dates and their prices for new consoles. Both of which about... Oh no, here we go. Both about as expensive as expected. Both... I don't know. I guess the biggest news in that front is that Xbox are purchasing Bethesda, which is kind of seems insane. So this means that... Well, somebody humorously pointed out that it means that... Microsoft are now releasing 2 timed PS5 exclusives. Oh my god, the Forest Temple sucks. But outside of that, it could potentially be quite big. Xbox over the last few years have just been getting a lot of horses in their stable. But the thing that isn't going so well for Microsoft and Xbox is their naming for their consoles, I guess I should focus on. Because they've got, what is it? Their current is the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X. The next gen ones are the Xbox Series X and Series S. God, no, damn it. Oh my god. Yay, I can take up to 20 sticks now. This has been useless. And apparently on Amazon, it's been reported in the last few days, that the sales of the Xbox, the current Xbox, Xbox One X, see, even I'm getting it wrong, have, the sales have shot up, meaning that people are buying the wrong one, or they're thinking they're pre-ordering the new one when they're not. So that's not really what you want with your brand new, your brand spanking new console, is it, really? I think I've done everything I can here. PlayStation, on the other hand, had another one of their big events. Could I have just warped? Can I just warp from here, actually, to the Lost Woods? Because I keep on having to remember I'm not in Lost Woods. I'm in the Desert Colossus, just in a weirdly green bit of it. There's a few sculptures I can get through here, but I need it to be nighttime. I'm confused. Is it daytime or nighttime? The music randomizer does make it really confusing. There we go. Well, it's very clearly, visually, the representation is that it is dark. So the PS5 event, on the other hand, was showing off some of the the new stuff coming there. It wasn't quite as long. I didn't find it was had quite as much to show off as the earlier events, like the first one they did way back. But still looks like they've got some good stuff lined up. Oh, is this another bottle? Alright, is that another... Hey! That's not bad. The Forest Temple was bad, but... we can always use more bottles because we are going to do the Ice Caverns in a bit. Especially one that already has blue fire in it. So yeah, I think... well, one of the things that came from the PS5 one is that their claims of, what is it, the backwards compatibility is a bit spurious. Oh, if he does stop me, I can just go out one of these dud exits, go back at the Kokiri Forest, turn around and come back in. It's just going to be through their PS5 pass thing, which is fine. Although I think people were expecting a bit more. I never knew about this one. It's one of the ones that I learnt about for the randomizer. You're not too low down for me to kill. Yes! That's a good one. Yeah, because, if you'll recall, this is going back 2 streams now. We couldn't go into the... well, everyone was still trying to capture us in the Gerudo training grounds. But we still might need to save all 4 carpenters. I have an expectation that we do. Either way, we've got it, and that means whatever it turns out the last bit is, we can do it. The last dungeon is. So, I've always been very much a Nintendo gamer. Surprise, shock, horror. If you're watching this, you're not surprised at all. Oh, this. Yeah. Okay, we need to dodge out of the way of these. I remember that, because we came in here briefly last time and got hit in the face. Like that. Okay. Yeah. So this is a Master Quest version of the Ice Caverns. The thing about the Ice Caverns is it has no keys, so in theory, we should be able to clear it now and get a decent number of items in the meanwhile. In theory. See, depends heavily on whether I can remember what to do. Oh, hello. There we go. Ah, I don't need it. The thing about the Master Quest dungeons is there isn't... okay, I hope I'm not walking back on myself. Is that there is an awful lot of reliance on look for the 1 crystal switch in the room. Oh, I think the enemy music is the default music here. I was getting really confused. There we go. Okay, if I go quiet during these Master Quest ones, it's because I'm just trying to remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Back up. There we go. 1. So if I had to go for one of the 2 consoles in a system that I'm going to admit I don't usually go for, which would I do? Probably the PS5. Like, there's an impressive stable of first parties coming from... oh, I see. Coming from Xbox at the moment. But whilst I can still play them on... I'd rather update my PC and just play them through that than actually get an Xbox. I'm not sure if that's, cheating or not. But the PS5, it's got a decent amount you can get through the PS Plus Game Pass, it seems. I'm not used to being able to stand on them. I wonder if this will... well, I guess I'll just sync, won't I? Something good? No. I swear there's usually a gold sculpture in this room. Whenever the sculptures go missing from the rooms they're supposed to be in, it makes me nervous. Because it's testing testing if I can spot them and the rest of the actual mini temple. Yeah, I think I'd get a PS5 over a Xbox, and yeah, part of that is because I can do this stuff on my PC. I'd rather, in the next few years, I'd like to upgrade my PC fully. Just like replace it. Oh my word, there's lots of boulders, isn't there? But honestly, based on the prices they are, I'm not desperate for either of them, so... Interesting. And he's gone. This is such a screw of the mind, because the boss fight music being the default music means that the louder the boss fight music gets, the safer I am. When I'm used to it being the other way around. Okay, that was not what I was planning to do. And that wasn't really worth it. Lots of things today. Very important, different things. Okay. Okay. Let's continue going this way for now. I mean, we've got a fairy, in case things do go south. But we've killed like 4 of these guys in this stream already today. Right, so we should get 2 drops here. We'll get this item, and then we'll get the song that Sheep would usually tell us. So that's... what's the first one? That was the wrong button. Okay, that wasn't exciting. And... my word, I did say it. In previous streams, I said we were having too good a time, and that we were going to have a period in the future where we got nothing. Like, nothing interesting or worth getting. I just didn't realise how right I was being there. There's a few more things I think we can get. Okay. I don't need that. That's not something I've tried before. Not sure if it's something I'll try again. This is very strange. You know what might be easy just to drop? Might be easier just to stop this nonsense. Might be easier just to drop. There you go. Does this work? There we go. Let's just charge him straight on. I'm wondering the best way to get that, but let's do this first. Alright, I thought I might have just stopped shy of it, but... doesn't matter, he's gone now. Oh. Okay, we did need another Shadow Temple key. But I was hoping that might have been our final one for one of our 2 dungeons we're more likely to clear. There we go. Don't know what it just did. Oh, freed up that. I don't care about that. That was a waste. I mean, we'll get it since it's right there. It's not just simply I can do it from here, is it? No, because that hits the ground. I can see Navi is doing something, so let's try... how is that? It's the thing that annoys me about Master Quest a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it is good. I like Master Quest. But that's not a solution to a puzzle. That's just here is a random block now. You spotted a little bit of weirdness in your fairy. Now, what if, and bear with me here, you just do the same thing again? Right, there we go. So not just one random hidden block that you'd have to think might be there. A second one. Yeah, part of me does think that if there was a legit Master Quest, it would have had Majora's Mask level work and new assets, at least. Was it worth it? No, that entire thing was not worth it. This entire section, aside from getting some more blue fire, was not worth it. I don't think we got a single good item here. Oh well. The important thing is something or other. Let's go try and get that see at least what's in that sculpture that we left behind in the other room. So, yeah. I think I might... So I'm interested to know if you're watching this, do you prefer the Master Quest versions? Do you think they both, you know, have equal right to be? Or do you think that actually the, you know, because a lot of this is taking it out and replacing the puzzles with either combat, like that, or just look for this single switch. I wonder if I can at least if I can just kill it with this so I can see what it is. I do not need that. Okay, that was largely uneventful, to be honest. It's fine. Things have to pick up soon. It's the law of large numbers. If we do as many checks as we possibly can, we will eventually get one of the items we need. Now, talking of ice caverns, we're actually now going to head... You know what? You could have just let them go first. Okay, let's follow them.